Okay, welcome to a new Let's Play. I know originally I said I was only going to do the two, but now that they've released Space Marine as an anniversary edition, even though I've already had the original, I thought now would be a good idea to have a little mess about with it. I've been meaning to do it originally as a stream, but I've decided to do it as a Let's Play instead. So, we're going to play on normal, because this is a difficult game, and then I might look at doing a hard Let's Play later on.
Captain Titus, the Orks have massacred the Forge World's forces. And they have taken the planetary defense weapons.
Clever of the damned Orks. Keeps us off their backs while they loot the Titan war machines.
Brace for evasive maneuvers.
Pilot, report!
Starboard engine is dead, Sergeant. We are losing altitude.
Get the ship to safety. We'll find another way down.
Aye, Captain. Thunderhawk Lancer Jove returning to launch bay.
This is your plan.
We need to get to the surface to take out the gun battery. Or do you want to go home already, Sergeant?
Not before having a word or two with the Orks.
Is that wise, Captain? The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Try to keep up.
we go. So, welcome to playing as the renowned Space Marines. Now, as you can tell, I've already been killing quite a lot of this game, but that's just popped up in the corner. But basically, actually, if you give me a moment, I've just got to lower the volume a little bit. There we go. Right, so I'll just give a quick brief as we play. Warhammer 40k Space Marine, now known as the Anniversary Edition, is one of the more renowned titles apart from the Dawn of War series, and it was well received considering, because Dawn of War games, or Warhammer games in general, are hit or miss. You know, like you'll have some which just do exceedingly well, and some now just, you know, what you're wasting your money for kind of thing. Yeah, I need to start executing them actually. The game is brutal, there is no, like, way getting around it. This series, like Warhammer itself, it's not fluffy, it's not friendly, it's a case of there's blood, there's guts, there's gore, people are going to get ripped apart.
Get off my ship, Space Marine!
Now, the Space Marines are genetically altered superhumans in thick ceramite armour, I believe it is. I can never remember the actual name of the material. I'm sure it's ceramite or something like that. But they are basically humanity's guardians at this point. It's in the year 41st century. And humanity's on the brink. It's beside. Let me put my teeth back in. It's besieged on all sides from the Orks, which are basically like the Warhammer equivalent of a football hooligan. Even got the same kind of talk and such. You've got the Eldar. Yes. You got the Eldar, who are basically space elves. You've got the Tyranids, which are like a beast, almost similar to a xenomorph. You also have the Necrons, so on and so forth. There is a plethora of different types of enemies going against mankind. Then you have the forces of chaos, which are your demons, traitor Space Marines, and the cultists and whatnot. Oh. Epic superhero moments coming in. That is what Space Marines do best, just stupid stuff like that. And they are not even the strongest things in the universe. Now, in this game, we're playing as...
Captain Titus, come in. Damned Orks shot me off course.
Yeah, man.
I've had no word from Leandros, but I'm picking up Vox chatter from Imperial Guard forces on the ground.
I scarcely thought anyone would be left alive, much less still fighting.
Heading towards the front lines now.
I will meet you there.
Yes, we're playing basically as the Ultramarines, who are affectionately in the Warhammer community known as the Space Smurfs due to how blue they are. You know, I mean, come on, look at that. It's just a walking Smurf if you ever saw one. One of 10 Loyalist chapters. There was originally 20. And it's split roughly down the middle. 10 fought with the forces of chaos. 10 stayed loyal to the Emperor, the immortal god of mankind. Die. And we are one of the servants, basically. Why was it to reload? I can't remember. R1. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and that's roughly it, you know. It's brutal. There's hopes a almost distant and alien thing. Ah, he's come give me a hug. He's dead. Alright. And this is our bolter weapons. Now, bearing in mind the Space Marine is roughly about, I think he's about 8 foot tall in his armour. Those guns, one of their bullets is roughly the size of what I'd say a glass milk bottle over here in Britain. So imagine one of them flying towards your head at speed. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
I'm gonna kill this
Gotta remember, it's not square to reload. It is not Call of Duty or any standard shooter. Now this will not be 100% playthrough. I will not be getting all the server scrolls or stuff like that. Yeah, and as they said in Watchmen, you're not stuck in. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me. But first, I gotta get up to them because they're playing crafty buggers.
Captain, destroy them!
Yeah, we've already established that, thank you. So we got that. Reload. Now the game is janky. There's no, like, putting it softly, the game's janky. It shows how cumbersome being a Space Marine can be. They are not agile. Not as agile as some of the other races, shall I say. But they are tanky. There we go. Let's go for some health. Easy way to do it. Rush, punch, dodge. Kill you. They're all dead.
Codex Astartes warns against using jump packs to leap blindly into enemy fire, and for good reason.
Your days as a novice are behind you. Why do you still interpret the Codex so narrowly?
I look to its rules for guidance.
We all do. But there are also benefits to thinking for yourself.
Yes, he's going to be a problem. Now these little goblin-like creatures are called Gretchen. Now in Age of Sigmar Warhammer, because there's the two different types, you got Age of Sigmar, which is more fantasy than sci-fi. They are still known as goblins and gremlins and such. Is there any ammo left? No, my trigger happy ass used it. I think there's some over here. Yeah. Like I say, they're still known as goblins, but in the 40k universe, they're known as Gretchen. Snivelling little tinkerers and such. Yeah.
Sedona's picked up local Imperial Guard communications. They survived under the shadow of that gun. I want to know how.
That's fair enough.
Keep firing! Keep firing!
You can die. Now, the Imperium, which is basically humans, they are millions strong, spread across several empires, several planets. And they are your basic human forces, under-equipped a lot of time, and most times forced to charge into enemy lines and butcher. They are the meat running into a grinder, basically. But they are, to a fault, many of them fanatical. Not all.
You have saved us.
Rise, Guardsmen. You saved yourselves. We thought you did.
We would be, my lord, if not for the lieutenant.
Where will we find this lieutenant?
At the front lines. Follow the trench network to the lieutenant's command bunker.
Carry on, Guardsmen. We rendezvous with Sedonis, then we find this lieutenant. We need updated intel on the gun battery.
Through here, my lords. Head out the upper level and continue through the plaza. The bunker is beyond that.
Have a quick check for anything. No? Okay. Yeah, so imagine World War II, Soviet Union. Just throwing masses and masses of bodies at an enemy to drown it under blood and gunfire.
A few hundred against 1 million orcs, and they fight on.
Only in death does duty end.
And that is what the Imperium is just a mass of bodies being thrown at any problem. They are not faultless, like I say, they are not all fanatical. Some are cowards, some
My legs.
are...
I feel my legs.
They're basically human, you know. But they revere the Emperor, like I say, as a god, and not just him, but also his Space Marines.
Captain, I'm in position at a broken monument near the guard lines.
I'll be that up there, I believe.
Quotas must be met. Despite alien incursion, delinquency is an affront to the peace.
And that little voice there just gives you an idea of what it's like to live in this universe. Even under alien threat, when you are besieged by things that just want to rip you apart and eat you, you are expected to work regardless. If you don't stop work, if you don't work while under threat and you're not defending the front lines, you're basically just seen as expendable and shot as a example for the rest. Guys, do you mind? I'm trying to talk.
Sergeant, I see you found something to keep you busy.
Worry not, Captain. I've saved some orcs for you. The orcs Orks have got that gun well defended, no mistake. But typical Ork behavior would be to dismantle or destroy the gun.
And certainly not use it to keep our forces at bay. There's a strategy behind it. Their leader is no fool.
This day is getting interesting.
I may have encountered the Ork during our jump to the surface.
That was the Ork ship I saw crash near here, I take it. Did he survive?
If the Horde hasn't turned on itself, it's still under his control.
Ah, yes, the chainsword. Well, just a quick little bit of information about Orks before we carry on. So, yeah, Orks are brutal. They are barbarians. You know, they're your standard Ork from fantasy. They love to kill. They live in hovels, the usual. The thing about the Warhammer 40k Orks are they are actually born from spores. So they're more like fungus than actual... then they are this standard formula. You know, they're not born from standard conception and so on and so forth. They are grown from spores and such. And they have a animal cunning to them. They are not stupid, they're brutal, but they are very cunning. You know, they will look for ways to do certain things, and there's different tribes of them. So, like, you got the Goths, the Snakebites, the Bad Moons. Bad Moons? Yeah, Bad Moons. What's the ones that like speeding called? And no, it's not a chav. No, it's not far off. I know it because I've got the book here. I've been reading the Orcs new book, so I'll find out and I'll mention them in the next episode. But yeah, they are basically like, they are brutal and they follow a single leader a lot of the time, on a warg, they call it. Let's carry on now. And if this leader is killed, a lot of the time they will just turn on each other. Curb stomp for the win. There we go. So already we are getting a nice little bit of power upgrades. This game is not easy. Even on normal difficulty, there are parts where you will struggle. Pardon me. Now, this episode will go on until we reach the Lieutenant, which isn't too far ahead. I need to do a little bit of editing because for some reason the game wasn't being picked up on... Ooh, a floaty one. The game wasn't being picked up on OBS. You will see me do that a lot until I can get into a rhythm of reloading. I do believe they might have done something similar to Gears of War with a perfect reload, but I can't remember.
Target that squid!
Ah, squids, yes. Squids are like pets to an orc. Nah, they don't. It might be on the online, I'm not sure. The online is actually quite fun. I spent hours on it when I had this on PS3. Because as you can probably guess, I am playing the... That was a bit closer than I wanted it to be. I'm playing the Steam version. There we go. That's more like it. Orcs Go Boom, which they do find quite entertaining. Like, if you see... There we go. Grenade. If an orc sees another orc get blown up, they will probably laugh at him. Laugh and form a stupid git. I'll say orcs have a very British like an old style British sense of humour and way of thinking. Like the old British hooligan. I've unlocked Angel there. I must have killed about 500 then. Let's dive into the fray. There we go. I don't think there's invincibility frames when you use oh, brutal. I don't believe there's invincibility frames when you use an execution. Stomp and stomp. No, there isn't. So you have to be careful with your executions because it can get you killed.
Dropship incoming.
Really, I should get some more ammo for my bolter, which I'm gonna do now. My bolter rifle. Pick that up, pick up some more grenades, throw them into a group. Miss. There we go. True son of the Empire. Now, what you're seeing there, falling from the sky, is actually their version of a drop pod. Oh, is this a knob? Yes, that is their name, they're called knobs. Yes, I think it's a knob. Ow! And I'm dead. Like I say, this game gets hard very, very quickly. If you are overwhelmed, then it's, you best just hope you throw a grenade or something. There we go. So we'll have to do this bit again. It's not a long part, so... Throw a grenade up there. Visible violent death. That's right, next episode I will turn off this Steam overlay. I was meant to have done it with Divinity. Oh. There we go. I was trying to sort out this problems with this.
Dropship incoming.
Go there. Throw another grenade out. Now I don't want to waste all my grenades because I'm going to need one for the knob in a minute. Now knobs are normally bigger orcs. It looks like here he is. Yeah. Grenade you. There we go. Oh. There we go. Ah, I wanted to go for the execution, but it's done.
Space Marines, thank you. We thought we were done for. Where is your commander, Guardsman?
Inside, but the door is sealed.
I believe they will let us through. Imperial Guard, we are Ultramarines. Open this door.
And that is the kind of authority that they command. I mean, they are still lower in rank than, say, the Inquisition in the Inquisition,
Word from the second recce. Another horde of the
and
Greens
some of the
here from the south.
other, like the, I think it's custodians and such. But see, I don't know too much about the recent Warhammer lore, so some of the new factions I'm not 100% on. But they are like, they still hold quite a lot of sway.
Their position, hold the line, and stay alive.
Aye, Lieutenant.
Thank the Emperor. Second Lieutenant Mira, 203rd Cadian Regiment.
Captain Titus, of the Ultramarines.
You are in command.
I'm all that's left, my lord. Unless my commanders rise from the grave. So far, they seem content to stay put.
Lieutenant, the scouts have returned to forward base.
How many?
2.
Damn. I sent out 10. That damn gun. We don't have the numbers to make an assault. And as you might have seen, it's shooting down all our support vessels.
That is why we are here. Leave the gun to us.
Come with me, then. I should warn you, my lords. We've got a slight orc problem down here.
Well, that is where we'll end it. Like I say, this is more of a simple, straight to the point, hack and slash, shoot it. You know, it's good for after a good, stressful day. I'll tell you that much. But I'd say that's it for this. These will be going up, I'd say a couple of times a week, alongside with Divinity and the last of Future Perfect, which I've got a few left to do, but not massive, mainly story. But on that note, I will see you all again in the future.